So really what I identified several months ago, I've been using Claude exclusively and I canceled my ChatGPT account in April of last year. So April of 2025. And so I've been all Claude since then and recently Claude Code on top of that. And so one of the things as I write content with Claude and what you get with ChatGPT or Claude out of the box is this generic AI voice that people are getting pretty good at identifying by now. Can we say hello M dashes and horizontal lines? That's an immediate giveaway that it's AI. And so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to skew away from that default voice. And there's lots of ways that I've tried and I still use to skew away from that default voice. One of those things is providing writing samples. I'm not a big writer, so I have a few things that I've written in the past, but not in depth of a lot of writing samples. I also use what I call a nuke word list. Basically, the instructions are don't ever use any words off of this list ever, because they are the words that are typically associated with AI. And then adding in special instructions to not do this and not do that. But really, the personality training is what made a huge difference for me in the writing style. And when people actually read, people that know me read something that I wrote with AI, they actually think I wrote it. And so it's worked really well for me in my content development.
I love this. I'm super excited. And I even love that you have a hit list of words that you don't use. And I'm like, I want this list already.
Yeah, they're handy words for sure.
Well, let's dive in. Can we do this with you today? Can we see your process of how you actually make it all sound like you?
Absolutely. So I am going to move some things around here. And am I showing up? It looks like I'm showing up. There we go. Got it. So the first thing I did, because I have some of this, lots of memories in my Claude, is I opened an incognito chat. This is the first time I've actually used an incognito chat. And then I gave system instructions that just said, pretend like we're brand new and we've never met. So that's what's on the screen right now, just a fresh set of instructions or a fresh slate to work from. So I have the skill that I'm giving away, and I'm giving it away, no email transfer or anything, because I like to give stuff away that I create to people. I'm giving away a skill that builds your skill. So the process we're going to go through is we're going to start with that skill. It's going to interview me through a process, and then it's going to give me a chance to rename the skill and reinstall the skill that's been customized to me. What that means is you can use that starter skill as many times as you want. So I'm simply just going to say, we're going to access the personality skill. So it's going to go read that. And what it's looking for is a profile that's been set up in that skill. And because it's not been ran, I actually deleted my skill for my personality from Claude. So it would not confuse it. It's going to go read that and see that it needs to ask me the questions. So it's checking if there's a profile right now.
Oh, so it's just going to prompt you.
It is. Yeah, it's made to ask questions and interview me basically. So I initially built my skill on the Myers-Briggs Types Index, or that's not the right name, but Myers-Briggs Personality Index. And in preparation for this and building the skill, I actually went and did some other assessments. So you can see some popular assessments here. You don't have to have all of these. If you have, in my opinion, if you have the Myers-Briggs, if you go to 16personalities.com, take the free test, pay $9 for one more other assessment. I'll show you what that looks like, what the results look like. That's plenty to get started. I also took the DISC and the Enneagram in the Big Five. So we're going to put that in there too. But basically, this is whatever personality data you have, you can just do a dump in here and it will use all of that.
Oh,
I am going to get over here. So I've got, all right, load up here. So I've screenshot all of this. So this is the Big Five, their data. This is the disc I took. This is my Enneagram score, what it all means. Now, this is the 16 personalities Myers-Briggs profile. And again, I think this is probably the best one to start with. And so here's the data you get for free. So you get 4 letters plus a fifth. Typically, Myers-Briggs was, I think, first developed with 4 letters, but there's been a fifth added. And then here is I'm going to show you 12 metrics you get with the $9 thing. If you add on and take the extra $9 assessment, you get these 4 influential traits, these 4 in these four. A couple to note about me is my emotional intelligence is very low. That means I'm also very introverted. And if we go back here, perfectionism is very high. And what that means in a Myers-Briggs test is I've got to make sure everything's right before I do anything. So before I go on this podcast, I got to make sure everything's perfect and everything's set up. Like I freak out about having everything perfect. So just a little, if your perfectionism score is high, that's what that means. So I'm simply going to drag those images I showed you right in here. And once those upload, we're going to let Claude read those. It'll do it'll do a great job reading those directly off of there. It knows what to expect. It can see there's my numbers coming down there. My disc profile, Enneagram, sorted by match, Big Five. Have you ever heard of the Big Five?
No.
I took it this weekend. I never heard of it.
Was it good?
Well, it tells you like it breaks down your people into like 5 categories. So mine is openness and neuroticism, which means I tend to stress out more than other people, which probably goes with my 75% or 97% perfectionism score.
If you want to watch the entire episode, click here. And if you want to watch more episodes like this, click here.